Hello everyone, this is Teacher K and welcome back to my channel. School is about to start and most of us will be doing it online. Hello there teachers, I know you have a lot of things on your plate right now. There are so many things to learn, so many things to prepare when it comes to our lessons and how we implement distance learning. There are a lot of adjustments on our part, not to mention how crazy the first day of class is. I know teachers that we all want our first day of classes to be heartwarming and fun. But how to do it in online classes? Don't worry, I've got you covered. And because I salute and appreciate you teachers, I will be giving free materials that you can download and use for your class. Yes, all these activities that I will be talking about, as long as it involves template, I will be giving it all to you for free in one file that you can download. So if you're in for that, just keep on watching. As a teacher, our experiences have loaded us with a lot of activities that we can use for our first day of class. But as you know, things this year is quite different. We have to come up or use activities that can be done online. Is that even possible? Yes, definitely. So, without further ado, here are some of the fun activities that you can use for your online classes. Number 1, all in the bag. This is a fun way to have the students introduce themselves creatively. The goal of this activity is to give the students opportunities to know each other very well. So how to do this? First is you need to share a template file to all of your students. This is where they will find the virtual bag. Since we can't use a printed template because not all students have their own printer, what we can do is we can use a collaboration platform such as Google Slides. As a teacher, you may duplicate the slides depending on how many students you have in your class. And good news, I will give this template to you later at the end of this video. So here is what you will do. First is you will fill in this bag with 4 things or objects that tell something about yourself. Again, only 4 things. These 4 objects should be able to fit in the virtual bag. You can also ask your students to decorate the bag as they wish. It's up to you, but you ask your students to present the bag later after a certain time period or maybe tomorrow for them to share their product or their bag in front of the class. So this is how it looks like. Number 2, nice M&Ming you. Everyone loves M&Ms. Besides eating them, you can also use them for a fun back-to-school activity. Traditionally, we divide the M&Ms over a few cups and share them to our students. And then students have to pick out an M&M, blindfolded, and tell a story or answer the question. Every color in that M&M represents a story or a question. Since it's quite hard to secure M&Ms for each student, so we will do this activity online. We can do this activity virtually. We'll just have virtual M&Ms flashed on the screen, just like this one. This time, you can have as many M&M colors as you want. And just ask the student to pick one color, and each color has a corresponding question that you will share to everyone later once they have chosen their particular color. So here's how it looks like. Okay, so nice M&Ming you. So say for example, red is tell us something about yesterday. If it's orange, tell us something that you do well. If it's yellow, share something about your childhood. Blue, something you learned about last week. brown, something you can't live without, or green, something you watch or listen to. Again, you can modify the colors, you can modify whatever question or story is associated with a particular color. It's up to you. Number 3, tell it with emojis. Let your students summarize what they did during the summer break using only emojis. If you have new students, you can also ask them to introduce themselves using emojis. How to do this? Do this in a collaboration platform such as Google Slides, Padlet, or Jamboard by Google. Let me show you how this can be done in Jamboard. So for example, here, wait, let me share my screen first. Okay. First, in Jamboard, you have to share. Okay, share this link to your students and make sure that they can not only view, but they could be editors. So get the link, change it to editor, and then share it to Zoom or whatever chat box you have. So once they have access, for example, for the first question, you ask your students, using emojis, write down your hobbies. So what they need to do is just click on the sticky note and they can vary whatever color they want to use. But I suggest maybe blue or nothing. It will be fine. So ask them to write their name as well so that you will know. Like this one, this is their hobby. And let me just put it's from Mark. Okay, there you go. Mark's hobby is dancing and painting. And then somebody would paste something here, do something here. Arts, painting. Again, make sure, I always forget, but make sure that there is a name. Like here, it's Dovey. So that is the first round. And then you can change it. For the second round, ask the pupils to erase everything right there. Erase, or to make it easier, you can have another slide dedicated for it. If you want to add another slide, just click this part, create frame, and there you go. Okay, so what will happen here for this category? Tell them, describe your family, or how many family members do you have and how many siblings do you have. So write it there. Somebody could just put this, my name is Kay. Okay, there you go. In our family, I have my dad, I have my mom, I have my 2 siblings, and I'm the 5th person in our family. So that's it. Or if you have students who only have their parents, they're the one and only child, then you can ask them to describe it and tell it in emojis like this from Mark. There you go. So it is a fun way for the students to share whatever they feel, whatever you are asking them through emojis. And other questions could be, what is your pet? What are the things that you love? What are the things that you hate? Or what's your favorite food? You'll be surprised that there's actually a spaghetti emoji. So yeah. Number 4 is Emoji Pop. For a fun get to know you activity for any grade or content area. This is great for a smart board, but since we are doing this online, then you can do sharing screens with the students. Of course, you as a teacher will pop it, but the students have the privilege to choose which emoji they would like to pick. This back to school distance learning activity version is in Google Slides, and the teacher will click on the emoji requested by the student and have a fun question to answer, because as you pop, you will see the specific question for the student. So all questions in my template are editable in the presentation to adapt to your students. So here is how it should look like. Okay, so here's what will happen. You ask a student which emoji would you like. So say for example, the student will choose, I want the heart one. Okay, so click on the heart one while you are sharing your screen. There you go. Name a hidden skill that not everyone knows about. So give the student time to answer, and once he or she is done answering it, click on this part and you'll be back to the main slide. Okay, ask another student to pick another emoji, and let's say it's the celebration one. Click it. There you go. What are the 3 things that you are grateful about? Once the student is done, go back to the home page or the home slide, and the list goes on and on. Let me show you how the slides look like. Okay, so I'm so excited to learn about blank this school year. Let's go back. Oops, I forgot to link it here. 3 words to describe my summer. What is the most unique thing about you? Go back. What is your greatest pet peeve? Or what is your favorite food? If you click this one, again, click this back. Emoji Pop. Okay, I'll fix the rest later. But you get the gist. Okay, there you go. Of how this should look like. And the last one here is, and the last one here is, what are you looking forward to this year? That's it. Again, all the questions here can be edited in the presentation, and you can also add certain emojis that you still can use for your class. It depends on whatever class size you have. Number 5 is positive vibes. This is a good way to inject kindness and positivity to our students. So for this activity, you will ask the students to come up with a positive note that they could give to each of their classmates. Surprisingly, the students find this, some of the students find this hard or challenging. Actually, some find it awkward, funny, cheesy, or unusual. So what you can do is, for you to help them, we can provide positive vibe template list like this one, so that they can simply copy and paste it on their classmates' PowerPoint slide. If you don't get the whole gist yet, don't worry, I'll discuss it to you. But again, you have templates available if the student finds it hard. So they can just pick something from it, or if they already have their own words or positive words, then that would be better. So here's how it goes. So first, each student will have a Google slide that is labeled with their name on it. By the way, instead of Google slide, I'm just using Jamboard since it's easier. So as you could see here on my screen, I have here a slide for Jade, I have a slide for Mike, and I also have a slide for Rosie, and I should have all my students acquire their own slide. Again, this is where the particular student will receive the positive notes from their classmates. Second is, each student is required to leave one positive sticky note at each of his or her classmates' slide. Okay, so they are required, again, they can take the sentence or the phrase from the template, or they can make their own. It's up to them. But it's a requirement to have at least one positive note per slide, excluding their own. Third, all the students will be given 5 minutes to distribute all their notes. By the way, encourage the students to do this genuinely, or else it will defeat the purpose of this activity. Number 4, after that, give them time to process the notes, the positive things that were written for them. And lastly, end the activity by processing how the students feel when they distributed the notes to their classmates, and how they felt when they read the positive notes for them. Indeed, a little act of kindness can go a long way. Speaking of kindness, I just want to take this opportunity to thank and appreciate our teachers. If you are a teacher, may it be in the academe or the ministry, thank you so much. Thank you for all the hard work, all the effort, all the adjustments that you have done, and is still going through in these trying times. Thank you for going out of your comfort zone and being very ready to learn. The fact that you are here shows how determined you are to give your students the best that you can offer. I want to encourage you that your labor in the Lord is never in vain. You may not see it now, but what you are doing is a seed that you are planting for the next generation. Your hard work is a seed that will make your student a better person and this world a better place. You can do it. You can do it. As a form of appreciation and as promised, I will be giving templates for the activities that I discussed. So all you have to do is click on the description box and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more creative videos and templates that you can download soon. I really hope that you get to enjoy these activities with your students. And I would love to hear your feedback here in the comment section, or perhaps DM me or tag me on Instagram at Carol_Ann. See you again next week. Once again, this is Teacher K. Have a great day. Bye!